Hey guys, this is Logan here, and I'm going to be doing a League of Legends commentary. This is going to be a game with me playing as Graves, and this actually turns out to be a really good game. So, I'm going to be going bottom lane. Here, I'll show you the team composition. It'll be me and Gangplank bottom lane. There will be this Lux mid. Shaco is going to jungle, and our Singe is going to be solo top. And then we're going to be against a Vayne, and I believe Teemo. There's going to be a Shen solo top. Or maybe it's Kennen and Teemo. I guess we'll see. I don't honestly remember. But I mean, this isn't really the most desirable, but you know, it'll work. And it did work. Okay, so excuse me. So we're gonna come over here and protect Shaco's blue, because it is very important that Shaco gets his blue. Though I've never jungled as Shaco, but I always think that his boxing is so cool. And now that he's actually able to solo dragon at level 1 is really cool. It might be a little too powerful. I don't know. Anyway, this Singed, as you'll see, is not the greatest player, though we still end up having a very good game. Okay, so we're just sitting here chilling. Okay, so Graves is a very powerful champion. I mean, he's an 80 carry, though you wouldn't really think that it would be a good combo to have Gangplank and Graves, because Gangplank is also usually an 80 carry. But in this game he played more of the tank role, which is good. Anyway, the most important thing that you can do is, as your 80 carry, is to get farmed up bottom lane. So I told Gangplank that I'm going to need to get my farm up good, and then we will crush. And so we did. Alright, so I guess it's going to be Katarina middle lane. This is just so awesome. Look at that. Anyway, it's going to be Katarina middle lane. It's going to be Teemo up against that Singed. Oh, and a Vayne, that's right, because they don't have a jungler, which is a little silly. And I'm going to be going up against Shen and Kennen, the two ninjas down bottom. Alright, so I missed the last hit there. But as you can see, they have a tank and they're an AP carry. It's kind of an interesting, because usually you see Kennen playing a little more of a middle lane type role. I don't know, but I guess I can see how this combo could work. Alright, and Gangplank is just doing a really good job, doing a little bit of early harass. I'm just keeping up my farm. As you can see, I've already got 5 farm. That's actually the highest. Oh, except for Shaco. That's kind of expected, as he is the jungler. Alright, so Gangplank gets into a little sticky situation here, but he wasn't really thinking there, and I managed to get first blood here, which is really good. And I almost managed to get Kennen there. If my flash was up, and I probably should have used that, and I could have gotten a double kill there, but I don't know, there was some clear reason. I guess I didn't want to go into tower range. But it was really close, and as you can see, we definitely have the upper hand in this lane now. So up top, Singe is having trouble time. I don't think that he's ever played Singe before. I mean, as you see, he bought Dorn's Shield, which is kind of a kind of an unusual build, I guess. Usually he would start out with like a Mana Crystal or perhaps Boots, depending on who he's going to lane up against, but yeah, this guy really didn't know what to do, and he kept complaining about how he was going up against 2 people. Though that's really no problem at no problem with Singed. Okay.
Executed.
Yeah, so he's complaining there. Okay. Back to the bottom lane. I guess I never really left. But I'm just going to farm up as best as possible. As you can see, Gangplank's just going to keep on harassing. Their Shen is actually still level 1, while their Kennen's level 3. He's actually pushing a little far, but you know, he's getting good harass, and probably, if I'd tried it, it would have been a little risky, but I probably could have done my quick draw and then buckshotted in there, and probably could have gotten him. But my Ignite was on cooldown, and it didn't really want to risk getting a couple tower hits just for an almost kill. But I also try and get my harass in there, but as you see, whenever I do that, I try and hit as many minions as possible as well, so that way it's yeah, can't speak. So that way I can hit both at once. And so they're getting very low, and this Gangplank is actually getting a little low as well. But as you can see, he started with boots, health potion, and sight ward. I actually started with the Dorn's blade. I know some people would criticize me for using it, but you know, I think it's a pretty good choice on Graves. I like the extra power that you get early game over the boots, but you know, it's all preference, I guess. Yeah, that was not smart. He's gonna end up dying here, I do believe. Yeah, but I'm gonna end up getting a kill here, maybe. No. Oh. As you see what I did there, I put my smoke screen right in front of Kennen because I knew that in order for him to hit me, he was gonna have to chase me, and he'd have to go through that. So what I did was I ran to my mid lane, but so that way if they were to pursue me, Lux could take him out and get a kill. But alas, they did not keep chasing me. But whatever. So Singed is just, let's see how many. So he's got two minion kills. That's just unacceptable as Singed. It's so easy to farm as Singed, even with 2 people. See, what he should be doing is running around, flipping them into the turret, and then, but look, he stands here and dies. Like, it's just, I mean, I realize he was at low health at this point, but he loses the tower. So let's see, 6.5 minutes into the game. That's just not acceptable. So let's see, he's only died once, but no farm. Hasn't done anything for the game at all. So it's just one of those things that, like, I don't know, if you're not comfortable with the character, don't have your first game be a normal game. Try an AI game if you're not the best at this game. Okay. So I think I've missed a few of Shaco's amazing. I guess not. But this Shaco's gonna get some amazing ganks, and this might actually be one of them. So let's just see here. So yeah, these 2 have pushed up because obviously Singed isn't doing anything. And oh, misses on the stun, but Shaco's right there. What's gonna happen? Alright, taking a look back down bottom. We keep on pushing, or poking at them. Though neither of us have really taken too much damage, but we haven't inflicted too much either. Alright, so this Shaco is just waiting until they push up just enough. Though they may have warded the rush. It seems unlikely due to the skill set of some of these players, but alright, so they're going top because they see that Singed is pushing. So let's see, has he actually caught up? Yeah, he's gotten 16 minion kills, so that's good. He's catching back up. He's only is half as many as me, but you know, it's alright. Okay, so let's just take a look at Adam build so far. Gangplank started out with the boots, and oh, I got another kill here. Ooh, laggy. Okay, so I saw that Teemo was coming in, and the Gangplank was low, and we just started crushing him. And then Kennen comes in with his ult, and then, I mean, instinctively you would think you'd want to run, but then I realized that he was actually at pretty low health, and he was doing like hardly any damage to me, so I figured I'd just stick around, and then, because the True Grit passive on Graves really makes him very powerful when he's in these situations where he's been farming up all these minions, so he has the 10 stacks in that, so that means he has 10 bonus armor and magic resist. That makes him pretty powerful. Okay, so back at top lane, Singed is low health, trying to go back. Vayne's gonna keep on pushing. Let's see what her farm is looking like. 45, so it's kind of sad when the duo champs up against the solo top have more farm than the solo top, but no, it is what it is. You can't always pick your team, or you could, but you can't can't solo pick. You can't solo queue and pick your team. Okay, so what I've started out with was I just went for the early Berserker's Greaves. As you can see, I've got a. I mean, I could have gotten a lot more last hits, but you know, I think that with the 3 kills, it kind of makes up for that early on. So we definitely have the major lane advantage. I wasn't doing the best job last hitting this game, but I mean, I think that the level of harassing that we were able to do, and obviously getting 3 kills on them, is a pretty major deal. So I don't even remember. So we got this turret to a little over half health. I really like the new walking animation for Gangplank. It looks really cool. Though he is an overused champion nowadays. He's the new flavor of the flavor of the month, I suppose. Okay. So Katarina's given Lux some issues. Sounds like, yeah, she's getting pretty low. Obviously, Katarina having her bouncing blades is kind of tricky to go up against, especially when you're squishy. Okay, so Shaka came in and went away to kind of trick her, I guess, but then decided to come back. So this turret's still at full health. So I don't know. Are they gonna push it? Maybe, maybe not. So this Teemo down bottom is pretty low, but due to his blinding, his ability to use his blinding dart. Oh, yeah. So he just came in, opened with the collateral damage ultimate, which is, as you can see, very effective. And at this point, I have 2,000 gold, so I wanted to go back so I could buy my my BF sword, and then my oh, what's it called? Oop, shoot. And my Vampiric Scepter. So I can at this point go back and buy both. Just gonna wait, stick around just a little longer to see if we get this kill. Not really sure why he used his ultimate there, but it is what it is. Shaco's gonna farm up top some. Alright, so far, that's actually kind of surprising that Chen has gotten 2 kills. I don't remember. Has Gangplank died twice? No. I don't know. I don't really know how he's gotten 2 kills. I guess he must have used his ultimate onto someone and they killed Singed. Because I believe at this point, yeah, Singed has died twice. There are only 3 kills on us, so who knows? Maybe he killed Chaco. All I know is I'm gonna go back and, like I said, get that BF sword and the Vampiric Scepter, so that way I can get the early Bloodthirster, because when you're this far ahead, it's just a really great item, and obviously, if you can get those early stacks, it'll really put you way ahead. And, you know, getting the stacks isn't very hard when you're the only one farming bottom. Alright, so Singed is... Let's see what his build's looking like. Alright, so... He's, he knows it's up now. I guess. I don't know. I think the Dorn shield's a little silly. But that's just me. I guess it gives him little extra tankiness, but I think that the extra mana is really nice when you're solo topping against 2 people. If you bought the mana crystal first. Alright, so I'm gonna come back down, farm some more. So you can see at this point, Gangplank's already got his Giant's Belt, so he's gonna get the early Warmogs like very, very soon. Only needs probably about I guess probably 1,200 more, 1,400 more gold. I mean, he's able to harass very well. I've noticed that Tank Plank has become fairly popular nowadays, just because you can do the Atmogs, and you can have quite a good amount of crit chance, and then you're still really, really tanky and able to dish out a lot of damage. So it's a pretty nice build, especially when you jungle and you get your early Wriggles Lantern. So if you get the Wriggles Lantern, and then if you get the early Wriggles Lantern and then you follow up with a Warmog and then Atma's Impaler, it'd be very, very powerful and very tanky. So that's always a plus. So if you look now, my attack speed is actually perfectly at 1%, or just 1. Which is kind of cool, I would say. Usually get some random number. I remember looking down at this game and I was like, awesome! Alright, so as soon as I get 900 gold, I'm going to want to go back so I can get those stacks. Unless there's some dire reason I should stick around. Yeah, the reason that I'm mostly focusing on bottom is because I really don't like the whole not being able to see health thing. So it looks like Shaco's trying to push middle lane. I'm not sure what Lux was doing up there. Probably should have paid a little more attention. Shaco's going to come in and deceive, and I believe he's going to get this Shen. Nope. Shen has too much health, but... Okay, so... Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go back. I'm not really... I was short 50 gold. I'm not sure what I was doing. Oh, I guess I'm coming back. That's kind of weird. Okay, Gangplank is getting pretty low, though. To be honest, he's... just a second ago, he had as much health as I did. Alright, so... Yeah, that was a poor flash. That was also... So I think he's actually going to get a double kill here, which is... That was a very good use of his ultimate, as well as the flash. Because he kind of had a excuse me, a failed ultimate, but he used his flash so that he could correct that. Now Gangplank, Gangplank was getting mad at me for not auto-attacking enough. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. I feel like I've been auto-attacking plenty, but as you can see, I've got a pretty good farm. Could be better, but I guess he was hoping that I would get the last hit on Teemo. That's clearly I was unable to. Okay, so our turret's going to take some pretty heavy damage here. I don't think we're going to lose it at this point, but we need to be careful because I guess they do. But you know, sometimes having your turret pushed isn't always the worst thing. In some cases, like for Singed, it actually gave him a second chance because once they pushed his tower, they stayed out of the lane. He got to free farm, and now look, he's up to 75 farm. That's not too bad. Now he'd obviously rather have up in the hundreds at this point, but still, he's caught back up. So I've got my Bloodthirster now. I've got only a couple, four stacks on it, but I'm gonna try and last it as much as possible now, just because I want those stacks. Because that really, yeah, I'm up to 7 already. The extra attack damage is really nice. So we're just going to come in here and just go ahead, take the tower, because there's really nothing that they could do to defend. I'm going to come in here, get the kill there, ult on them, ignite, get a double kill. So that was pretty good. I think that the flash, or the ignite may not have been necessary. I think that Shaka may have gotten the kill for that if I hadn't ignited, but you know, it's just one of those things that it's kind of a at the moment thing where you don't really think about the side effects of what you just do. So I came up here and I was gonna come and gank Katarina, but yeah, I think she figured it out. She saw me. Alright, so now I'm gonna head top because so the Vayne was pushing and the Singe really wasn't, because he's died 4 times already. That's not good. Okay, so I've already got 5 kills at this point. Wow, it's pretty good. So Ignite's just a very, very important skill if you're playing as an AD carry, particularly range carry, just because it'll get you those extra kills that you might not have gotten otherwise. I know that there's some teams that for whatever reason they would rather pick like teleport. Now teleport is great on some champs, and I agree that you shouldn't get flash in every champ, but I do think that it is very important to grab ignite on your main or your AD carry, just because it'll help you secure those extra kills. Now this Singed him. I guess he's actually doing a pretty decent job, though I feel like he might die here again, just because that's how he is. Alright, so Gangplank comes in with his ultimate. That was a pretty good move. I'm not really sure where. I guess that was kind of silly. He wasted his ultimate on Vayne, that maybe, I guess it was to stop the poison. That actually might have been a good play. I couldn't really see the health. So that may have been good. I don't know. Alright, so Lux here is getting into some trouble against 3 people. Alright, so he's 900 gold away from, or 980 gold, I think, away from getting his Warmog now. So he's incredibly tanky at this point. He's got 2100 health. Okay, so I'm gonna come middle because there were several of them pushing middle. This Kennen really isn't doing a very good job, with the exception of his ultimate. Like, he's not landing those he's not landing his auto, or not his auto attacks, his shurikens, which are one of his major, I guess his only major damage output, I guess. Just because, like, I mean, it can be so powerful. It's just due to it being a skill shot. It's just naturally not going to be as popular with people who are new to playing with him. That's just like Ezreal. No one's really good with him when they start, just because it's the skill shot. It's a little tricky. That's what led me to believe that guy was new with Kennen, as well as the fact that he got into some sticky situations early on, which let me get a few early kills. At this point, it's very easy for me to farm because I can almost one-shot minions with my 175 health. I guess that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I can probably 3-shot them. Or if I create like 2, I guess 1-shot some of these guys. But I've got my Bloodthirster at half stack now, and we're going to come in and get this turret here. Now, this is a combination that if you ever play Graves, you need to use his quick draw. Like, it seems like it's pretty underrated as far as I've seen. The Graves in general seems to be a pretty underused champion. I'm not sure why that is. I know people seem to prefer Caitlyn and Vayne. I think that personally, I only like playing guy characters. I feel wrong playing female characters for whatever reason. But I thought it was nice that they made a male champion, or AD carry. And sorry, kind of getting off topic. Anyway, we're just gonna say is that his quick draw, due to what it does, if you see that it he gains 60% improved attack speed for 4 seconds. This is very, very, very powerful. Like, it's, if someone's getting up close in your grill, just slide straight towards them and just destroy them, because chances are they won't be anticipating that, and then they're just going to get dominated. Now, that's the great thing about underused champions, is that no one, just like Xerath, I have a game that I want to commentate, but I don't know if I mean, I think it's a little outdated. There was this Xerath who I was playing with who got like a ridiculously high number of kills, like 30 kills or so, just because no one knew how to deal with him. And like, that was the only reason. He wasn't the best player in the world. He was very good with Xerath, but he wasn't the end-all be-all. Yet he managed to get 30 kills and like die like 3 times, just because no one knew what to do. They wouldn't get out of his range. And it was just kind of a silly game. But anyway, if you're taking turrets, or as you'll see, I'll probably, I guess not. I guess I was trying to save it. But slide towards the turret, slide towards an enemy, slide over the walls, slide towards Baron, slide towards Dragon. Doesn't matter. You'll still get that 70% increased attack speed damage, or attack speed. I guess it'll be level, or it'll be 80% next level. So that's 80% increase is ridiculously high. That is not something to be joking around with. That is something that you definitely need to use whenever you can. And back to Graves being underused. I really don't understand why. Perhaps it's because people have already purchased champions like Caitlyn, and because she's fairly expensive, or she's the most expensive in the 6,300 range, as is Graves. I guess it's kind of hard to make sense of buying both of them, unless you just have heaps and heaps of IP. So this Singe is actually disconnected at this point. Yeah, it's also a great escape mechanism. But I have to flash out of here because there are 4 of them, or 3 of them here now. And he's actually gonna end up dying. That's his final gift to us. Feeding a 5th time. Very good. Except not at all. Anyway. Now at this point I just thought that the game was over. Alright, so actually I'll just do, before I talk about that, I'll do a quick recap on what I've purchased so far. I started with the Dorn's Blade, went in for the Berserker's Greaves for the extra attack speed, and then I got the Bloodthirster, so I get 100 attack damage right there, plus the 25% lifesteal is immensely awesome. Now I've got the Phantom Dancer, which gives me that extra attack speed, as well as the extra crit chance and the movement speed, so this is just a great item on Graves. As you can see, I'm just like one-shotting. You see those crits for like 400, 500, that's, I can one-hit minions now sometimes. So this is, I'm definitely a champion to be reckoned with now, a foe to be reckoned with. I'm going to be hitting pretty darn hard. As you can see, my buckshot almost clears the entire minion wave. I have to get a second shot on them, but still. And with my 1.425 attack speed, without the quick draw, I'm going to take those minions down very quickly, and that's why you can see I now have a 137 minion farm. Now Shaco's actually got a surprisingly large farm. I'm actually going to quickly surpass him, but he's doing a very, very good job. Let's see. You know, it's a real shame I've been missing out on most of his ganks, but he's actually gotten up to 4 kills now. Alright, so the Singe reconnects, but he's just going to disconnect. Which is a real shame, but, you know, it might have been good for us in the long run anyway. Alright, so this is, I don't know if I've stated this, but this is my 2nd League of Legends commentary. And I know it's probably not going to be the best video, but, you know, I enjoy doing this, and I want to keep making more, so I will. Alright, so I ran in there. That was kind of dumb of me, but, you know, here's what it is. I didn't really realize I wasn't paying too much attention to the map. Okay, so all 5 of them looks like are pushing middle. Oh, looks like what's his face? Singed is back top. She's surely gonna disconnect shortly. This Vayne pushes me back, and I'm actually gonna die here because of the nice combination where Vayne shoved me into the wall and then Katarina did her ultimate there on me. Okay, Singe is gonna come in, hopefully getting a kill or 2. I don't believe that he will, but okay, so it looks like, alright, let's see here. Shaco's gonna come in, and is he gonna get the kill? I think he might. Yeah, so this, I really wish we could see this in higher detail, because this, with his actual health, because he's doing a pretty sick job here. Look at that. Like, that is just pretty epic. Like, that is some pro play worthy footage right there. I don't even understand with this cannon. I guess he's trying to go after him, but because he's only at 85 health, but why would he? I don't know. A little silly. Alright, so I can just crush cannon right here. I'm just gonna come in with the ultimate, and I just love the collateral damage. It just does. It has the coolest looking particle effect. It's just, plus, I don't know, it kind of feels like you're sending off like a nuke or something. I don't know, it just looks, feels, sounds, just sounds right, you know? You just send that thing off and it just kills him. Alright, I'm not sure why I didn't go in for the quick draw. I guess at this point, because this game's a little old, I wasn't too good with Graves. I think I've gotten a little better by now, and I understand how to use them a little better. But oh, yeah, I was kind of not sure why I did that. I would have liked those minions there, but I still have the most minions in the game. I think we might be going. No, we're not going for Baron. I'm just gonna push middle right now. And yeah. Alright, so back to my statement about this being my second video. I'm trying to, or commentary, trying to decide whether or not I should keep doing this, or if I should find lots of cool pro plays, and if I should start like doing kind of like a some cool like top 10 clips or something like that. So just let me know what you think, or I could do both. You know, I really like League of Legends, so I'm happy to devote some time to that. Yeah, see, that wasn't too well executed, but the idea was still there. It was pretty good. Because if she went forward, because obviously Vayne being in range 80 carry, I knew that she would be able to tumble up and hit me, though I wasn't too much at risk, so it wasn't really worth it, worth that mana, because it does cost a bit, 80 mana. But that just prevented her from being able to attack me. So they're all conveniently in the bush there. That makes a great opportunity for me to use my buckshot to hit a bunch of them. Now I just cringe whenever I see something like that happen. Someone gets away with so little health. I actually think I might die here. Nope. I get away with 60 HP. And the Singed here is gonna die again. Alright, so I don't yeah, he's just this is exactly what a Singed should be doing, but he's not executing it very well. So that flip did help Shaco get that kill. Now yeah, I guess he's gonna be able to get away. But these guys are all very low. But yeah, that Vayne got away with like 10 health, but I guess karma kind of came around, and I managed to get away with 50 HP as well. So whatever. All right, so I'm gonna actually come in and I just sounding completely unintelligent. I'm gonna come in for the frozen mallet. Sorry, my head's just full of snot. I'm getting some allergies. It's not good. I'm not sure why I chose to record on a day when I have allergies. Probably not my best plan, but you know, I'm already this far into it. I'm not turning back. So we're gonna take this turret. Now it's just so easy because I have 208 attack damage, and then when I have my almost 1.5 attack speed, it's so easy. So we're just gonna crush that Vayne there. But when you have that much attack speed, it's just so easy to take down turrets, especially when I have the quick draw, which I should have been using more often than I did. Could have taken it down even faster. So yeah, this thing just keeps leaving, and I think that might be his last time. I don't think he's gonna be sticking around or coming back anymore. But the great thing about getting the frozen mallet on Graves is that as an AD carry or range carry, he will be hitting everybody quite a bit. So being able to slow them at every opportunity is really good. And then that extra buffness that it gives him is also very good. So I've now got 7 kills, which is pretty spectacular, I would say. And then I've got 2 deaths, and then 4 assists. Obviously, don't expect as many assists on the AD carry, but I have been keeping a pretty good ratio of kills to deaths. Obviously, kill-death ratio isn't everything, but what I'm getting at is that I don't have very many deaths, and as a carry, you do want the kills, because you do need to get fed in order to be successful, especially when you have a AFK player. So I don't know, one thing that the enemy team, they were definitely lacking due to them not having a jungler, because we've gotten Dragon at every opportunity, and then we'll be able to easily get Baron. I don't know if any of them have a Wriggles. It does not appear that they do. No. So yeah, they're not planning out the game very well, I guess, because as you see, it's just now. Obviously, that was really smart of someone to at least take a tank, but as you see, Vayne, Kennen, Teemo, and Katarina. That just kind of goes to show you that team comp is everything. As you see, what we have, ours isn't the most desirable either, but we do have the jungler, AP mid, who can also play support. We have AD carry bottom. We have tank bottom. We have tank solo top, or I guess Gangplank's more of a support tank this game, so I don't know. So as you can see, our team comp was significantly better than theirs, and that's why we have such an easy time just crushing them, even 4v5. So, and especially with the Bloodthirster, I can just come in here and crush them all, and then I can regain all my health while doing it. So she's getting pretty low, and then I think I just decide to turn back around because I don't want to end up risking dying. Got Earth the Manatee in here coming to protect Lux. Now she had pulled off a nice stun there, and I don't think that Shin's going to be able to do much, though, actually. So she pulled off a very nice slow there. Oh yeah, that's good. Very good. She managed to get away with just enough health. Actually, that was quite low. I'm not sure what in the world she's sticking around for. Now, I understand, because Gangplank has a significant amount of health. And he has 3.5k health. That's a lot. Actually, I guess I'm quite beefy as well. I'm at 2.6k, but still. I really just don't understand what she's thinking. So I was trying to come in here and kill Katarina, though that's just not gonna happen. Come in, try and get Ken in here, and will we get him? No, it does not appear that we will. Though I did ignite him, and I did I? Yeah, I pulled off the kill there. So that's very good. As you can see how fast my health is regenning. Does Gangplank also have some sort of lifesteal? No, he does not. Though he does have the Infinity Edge, so that's good. I would have thought that an Atmogs would be, or an Atma's Impaler would be a little more useful, but because it would give him the extra armor. But you know, I think he's done pretty well this game. I believe his score is 4, 6, 11. I mean, obviously, less deaths would be preferable, but still, he's gotten quite a lot of assists, and he's got a fair amount of kills as well. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I think that me and Shaq definitely carried this game. The Gangplank definitely did a really good job supporting early game, but I mean, Lux didn't do too much. Though I think that I think everybody except Singe did a pretty good, had a pretty good contribution to the game. That was actually pretty nice there. But I guess with just enough health, and I coming in. Use my smoke screen so that way they can't target him. But Singed was just definitely a detriment to our team. I believe so yeah, he's ended up feeding them 7 times over the course of the game. It would have been much better if he just stopped playing like early on, because that way we would have all gotten that extra experience. But whatever. I guess he did hold them off from taking both turrets, which is good. But again, you can't pick your solo queue team, so it is what it is. So I'm actually up to 240 attack damage now. That's quite a considerable amount, so I can pull off quite a bit of damage. And then the Frozen Mallet with the 40% stun, or 30% stun, I guess, because I'm a ranged champion. But that is really good. That is gonna definitely help out in team fights, though. Our team fights up until this point haven't been too prevalent, just because their teams are too spread out, I guess. And their team is too squishy. Like, all of them. Like, yeah. I guess Katarina's building a little tanky with her Riele's Crystal Scepter. But other than that, yeah, Lux hasn't, I don't think she's gotten down that ultimate too much, but I ended up getting another kill here. Alright, so I can just get out of range, and I'm going to try and get in and get that Katarina. And then manage to get her just in the outskirt of my my buckshot. So Kennen comes in with the ultimate, but I'm a little too beefy for him. And then I just manage to slide back in and put quite a bit of damage on him. And then Lux ends up getting the kill there. So I have 2.5k gold right now, so I'm gonna she actually aced him. Good job. I even said that. So I figured at this point I might as well just push, because I'm gonna, based on my lifesteal and all of them being dead, I'm gonna be able to restore all my health pretty quickly, and it'll be better off if we. I was a little slow there. I just quick draw straight out of range, but Oh, so I was actually kind of worried here because it could have actually died there due to the Teemo poison. That wouldn't have been good. But I came in here. I'm going to take down this turret real fast. So Vayne and Shen are back, but I know that I can take it down by the time that they get here. Just because I'm hitting so hard, so fast. And I can do that and then skedaddle. You know, I could have used my quick draw to make it faster, but I figured I would save it so I could get that quick escape. And I think Gangplank's actually going to get this turret here. I think he might end up dying. Nope. That was very good. He actually didn't end up getting the turret. It's interesting. It's down to 40 health. That's crazy. And he actually, like, that was very, very pro flash, I would say. He's surrounded by 3 of them, or 4 of them, and he just flashes straight over the one, right out of the grasp. Though I'm not going to say that the enemy team was the greatest choice. Or I don't think they're incredibly skilled. Okay. I'm going to come back and defend. So this Kennen, at this point, doesn't have too much going for him. He doesn't have too much AP this late into the game. You'd think that he would have a little more. Teemo comes in and just nukes me. So he's building a pretty hybrid build here. Pretty standard, though. I've actually been seeing a lot of... I haven't seen Teemo in a while, but last time I saw quite a lot of attack damage, just heavy, like straight old. It's like building this exact same as I am, right? Like this game. A little interesting. So I'm actually gonna come in and start buying my Infinity Edge. I wasn't sure what Shaco was doing. He's just chilling down here. Obviously, everyone's pushing middle, and then I told him to go mid, and he's like, "Oh yeah, right." So he starts going mid. And but our turret's sadly pushed. How awesome would that have been if we didn't lose that turret? But you know, we've pushed them down to the inhibitor there. This one's practically at the inhibitor, only 40 HP. Just a single minion could take that out. Okay. Now, I do find it interesting that even the Lux is just as tanky as the Singe there. It's pretty funny. So we're gonna go in for the Baron now. I don't remember. You know, this is getting fuzzy in my memory. I don't remember if we're actually gonna get this or not. I feel like, oh yeah, that's right. I think we might fake it. But this Shaco is definitely gonna die. So I come in and I'm like, ugh. Don't want to risk going in there. That'd be not a good move. So my team's all fairly tanky, but we've all been pretty well fed. Like if you notice, I mean, you know, it's not a very good sign when it's a 4v5 and if you're going up against 4 people, one of them is AFK, and they have 10 more kills than you. That's never a good sign. Okay, so we're just crushing though. You know, the real fear that I had at this point was that if we don't win soon, they're all gonna catch up back up with us, because you know there's only so much time that you can actually keep that dominance, because at a certain point everyone's just gonna level off because they can only get so many items, and once it's 5v4 and everybody has maxed out their build, then you know we're not gonna have the advantage, and the only thing that we could do is have smart play, and that's our only opportunity to win. So this Teemo is kind of frustrating to go up against, because I'm sure as any of you who play AD carries, oh, excuse me, I don't make any of you yawn. Ugh. Probably pass it on to you. Anyway, just because he can blind you, it's just so aggravating. So we're just crushing these dudes. Lux flash in there, which was the best move. So they actually managed to kill 2 of us, and 3 of us. And then Shaco actually solos Baron here. Now, he's very skilled with Shaco, but I really have no idea why he would do that. Because he said that he would get Baron, and by golly, he got it. But you know, I'm just gonna say that getting the Baron for 1 is not necessarily worth it. You know, it is the price of hell. fast he was able to get that Baron. Shaco is one of those champions that I want to get, but I've never really... I mean, every time I have enough gold, or IP rather, I never decide to get him. Champion that I'm really looking at is Swain. Been playing him this week 'cause he's free and he's awesome. So I think I'm gonna get him. And that Russian looking skin is awesome. Anyway, back on track. If you look at this Shaco, he is two bloodthirsters. So he's got let's see, 50 plus 15. I don't know if he's no. I guess he hasn't stacked this up all the way. But once he stacks this up all the way, he'll get 65% lifesteal. That's awesome. Now I was pointing out that the only reason we're losing is because Singed is disconnected, but you know I really wasn't thinking because we're not losing at all. Like we're crushing them. Now this Shaco has 17 kills at this point. I've got 10. And we all have quite a substantial number. Gangplank's got quite the high number of assists, and he actually has his Trinity Force now at this point as well. And he's got quite the farm. Oh, I've almost, or no, Shaco almost has 300. It's crazy. It's awesome. Yeah, I was pointing out that 2 of them are dead, so we can easily take this inhibitor. And by golly, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know why I was fleeing there, because we could have, if I would have dashed towards Vayne, we could have gotten her, because she was slowed by the Lux thing. It's freaking mushrooms. But it's always better to have our minions take care of that. So come up. I'm gonna try and take this. Gangplank's gonna come in. Shaco's gonna come in from the side. So we're gonna be able to deal quite a bit of damage to this. So I'm just gonna, while Lux is nuking Kennen there, I'm just gonna focus straight on this turret because that's the most or the inhibitor because that's the most important goal. So now I'm gonna come in and try and get this turret here. You can see I'm taking some damage, but it's not too much. Or never mind, I was looking at the wrong person because that guy's the same Gangplank skin that I use. Anyway, so I ended up getting another kill there. It looks like. Did I? Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I thought it said my name. Okay, well we got an ace here, and is this gonna be where? Yeah, this is where we win. And so again, this is a 4v5 with a champion who is fed, but we see some very smart plays. As you saw, some very pro Shaco moves. We ended up winning, and I don't know. This is a very strong game, I would say. So, if you, or I hope you all enjoyed this video. I